Hello, everyone. Welcome in. This is going to be collective next 24 to 36 hours worth of energy of things you might see, hear, experience from when you watch it, not from when it's uploaded. I do have private readings available. That information on how to contact me is in the description box, which is just basically through email. And man, I don't know if anybody else is feeling it. I really don't. But I realized a little bit ago that one whole week. Hey, yeah, see, the energy feels different. Welcome in, Christine. But a whole week flew by. I didn't even realize. A friend of mine texted me, and just a little bit ago, not that long ago, she texted, and I looked and I realized the last time, it was a week ago, exactly to the day. I have no idea what happened to this past week. I could not tell you, but the energy is way different. I've had like really weird, strange things going on. So I don't know if anybody else is feeling that way, but it almost feels like hold on to your seats because, wow, time has sped up in some way. I have no idea. But yeah, literally a whole week just went completely out of here. It's nowhere. I have no idea. Yeah, see? Yeah, it's different, man. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. I just know that even over the weekend. Well, we are in the full moon energy. Hey, Jean, welcome in. And it's a full moon in Sagittarius, which is fast. But that doesn't explain what happened to the week. And what's really weird is during the Scorpio moon that we just had, I had some really, which I don't really mess with Scorpio energy. I struggle with any water sign. I really do. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's the emotions. But, whoa, it was a doozy. It was really crazy. And I couldn't even tell you what happened. I think I slept a whole lot. And I do that typically if anybody else is aware of that and they know what happens with themselves and their routines and stuff, I normally sleep a lot during the full moon. So, but I don't know. It was just, I can't believe a whole week went by. I'm still like in shock. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Because I think we just went into the full moon. I want to say yesterday. But I'm not positive. I'm not an astrologer. I don't know those types of things. But, okay. So let's go ahead and get ready and get into what we can expect. All right, angels and guides. What do we need to know for this first time frame, please? And thank you. Indy. And change. Somebody is going back and forth on a decision. Probably because it's a decision that they don't know what's going to happen, because this death card here, you don't know what's under it. You don't know what's going to happen. And there's options. What is this? They're very, 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 oh my God, I want to say very, 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 very slow. Inner transformation and then a completion with Lady of the Harvest. Somebody's just tired. I mean, they could be, could have smoked. Something. I don't know. But it feels like exhausted. And they're trying to release something. They're going through a completion. And it's like waiting forever. It feels like something's just taking forever. Communication. Okay, so sorry, I had 3 cards flip out in my hand, and I'm just trying to get a feel to see if they are part of this. That's a lot of cards for me to take, but they all feel very relevant. You got the Sage at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So for this first time frame, it does feel like that. It feels like this feminine here is like going through some inner change. And it's exhausting. Change is exhausting. Doing the work is exhausting. But then it's almost like you come through it and somebody's giggly, they're laughing because it's mickle the muckle. And then undressing with a salad. Where just is like an impossible, I don't want to say situation, but this is like something that's impossible. You can't really typically undress a salad. You have to go through all of the pieces of a salad to undress it. And then there's communication. There's wine. Somebody might be having salad and wine. They don't have to be, but could be. And somebody's just, what is this? What's happening here? This man. There's a man approaching. Approach with caution. I don't know why that's coming out to me like that. But it does feel like that. It feels like you can approach, but with caution. Because if, you know, being a feminine, if you're tired, you don't want to deal with it. But I'm getting that. Oh, they're trying to get information. There's important details here. It's the magnifying glass. They're looking. Huh? I got that. Look into my eyes and tell me what it is you see. Wow, then they're going to, okay. It's the compass with the megaphone. They're seeking something. I told you, they're trying to figure something out. And then it's like they're going to be bold. This person might have some liquid courage, something like that, before they speak. Wow, but there's anxiety here. The woman, wow. Okay, so this is kind of what's going on. You've got a woman over here, the feminine, is just exhausted. And it kind of feels like it maybe thinks that this is over, or they're done with it, or there's some sort of completion that's taken place. Then you got this man over here, masculine, who's going to communicate. So that could very well be what it is that the feminine is thinking that something is completely done, whatever. And then all of a sudden the man walks in and speaks. What do they want? What does this masculine want? I heard they want the truth. What? What does this masculine want? They want the truth. Two of Wands. Justice. This one, the masculine is in search of the truth. I don't know what truth. Oh, Five of Cups. Five of Wands. Five of Pentacles. 555. Why did you change? Whoa. And that comes with the Death card. That literally was just all the five, or not all the fives. There's still five of what? Swords. This masculine is what? They want the truth of some sort of change. Maybe you're acting, okay, maybe that is what it is. It's King of Swords. Person, you might not have talked to them a bit. There's the Five of Swords underneath the Four of Swords. Right here. So maybe it's kind of like they're wondering why you've changed or what's happened, like your energy's changed or shifted or something like that. But in all fairness, all the cards here for the feminine, she's exhausted or she's just been busy all day. And there's been some, I don't know. I keep wanting to be like, I don't know. But maybe it's because you've pulled back. Because the Sage here, that talks about retreating. You've retreated. You've kind of pulled back. And You know what it honestly feels like? It feels like the tables have turned. It does. It feels like the feminine is now pulling back and this masculine is trying to go forward. But the dynamic before could have been where the feminine was right there waiting for the signs. She got tired of waiting. That's what that feels like. And now this masculine, they're curious. They want to know the truth. And they're waiting. Now they're waiting. That's my whole point. That is my whole entire point. Is that now this masculine is waiting. I see the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Pentacles underneath. And Four of Swords again. This person now wants to take the time to, and then there's the moon. The moon made me do it. What? Sorry. I heard that in like the weirdest tone. The moon made me do it. You can't blame it on the moon. Temperance, the High Priestess, and the Page of Swords. This person is watching you in some way. But now it's like they want to reciprocate. They want to know what's wrong. I fully feel that way. They want to know what's wrong with you. Okay. She's tired. It's that simple. It doesn't, I keep wanting to say something like, it's not rocket science. It's pay attention to the signs. They're all there. She's tired. Okay. They're kind of, maybe somebody's kind of got a smart mouth. Because I feel like wanting to be very, I don't know, smart about things. What's happening? What's the actions? Defensiveness. I just seen that too. Okay, what are the actions here? I don't want to use that deck. This one. Okay. What are the actions that is taking place here? Three of Cups. Somebody wants to get together. Reconciling. Because it's the Three of Cups. But Five of Cups. Somebody's disappointed. And it might be that this person is trying to reach out or they want to reach out. And you're not really giving them what they want. Because it's like getting together, reconciling, something like that, and then they're disappointed. And then it goes into sleeping. Maybe this person reaches out and you're sleeping. I don't really know. It feels like nothing's really happening. Because it's the Four of Swords at the end. Six of Swords. Somebody's just trying to heal and move forward. And blocking all of the madness. Wow. And then you got the King of Swords again. This is definitely a King of Swords. And it's like, in order to move forward, I have to block this. Judgment. And Seven of, it feels like the feminine does not want to make a decision right now. Honestly. It's like, I'm just not going to, it feels like just not dealing with it. And I think it is making this masculine, this King of Swords person, I heard disturbed. Perturbed? It's either disturbed or perturbed, which I don't know what those words are. You're making this one mad. Ten of Pentacles. And the Death card. This one wants to come over. Or they want something for long term here, the change. Wheel of Fortune. That is their wish. Nine of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it might be perturbed. Yeah. Oh my God. I just heard one wish we were best friends. I can hear it in my head. I cannot sing. I'm not a singer. I don't claim to be. Oh my God. Is that Ray J? It's all I have is one wish. And I keep hearing that one wish, that we were best friends, that we something. I don't know. I'm hearing that song. It feels like it's just a little too late or something. I don't know. Now okay. Let's pull back. Because it feels like the masculine is going through tinsy. Because they don't know what's going on with the feminine here. They don't know what's going on with you. Because you've changed. And now it's like they're the one with the one wish. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's the only part I hear. It feels like, because I hear that part, the one wish, where we could go back. Something about best friend or something like that. And they're spinning. This one is like spinning out of control in a way, because I feel like they didn't think you were going to go anywhere. I don't think that you are really going anywhere. You're just, it feels like you're asking for a day, something, but I don't know what this is or what's going on here. But it does feel like this masculine is kind of like losing their, okay, the child, they want to go back to the beginning. They want, there's the star. That's their wish. Wow. It's repeating. The message is repeating. Because that's my whole point. They want to go back to the beginning where things once were. The moving forward on the tracks. The church. And the sunrise. It feels like wanting to fix things, but it's almost like the masculine. I don't know what happened. I couldn't tell you what happened between these two. But whatever did, it was enough for the feminine to be exhausted by it and is now like in a point of completion, letting it go. And I think that's kind of what happens is you finally let go. You got the devil here. This could have happened in the winter because you got Capricorn energy and Aquarius energy. Oh, now you got Pisces energy. Yeah, during the winter. All three of these cards are during the winter time. Moving, okay, so somebody here, whether it's the feminine or the masculine, they're moving away from the snake. You got the ship with the snake. They're moving away from it. Moving past betrayals. Just moving on through a new beginning. You've got the stork. Departed. Stalemate. Feminine. Huh. The feminine could have finally gotten to a point where it's like, I don't want to worry about boys anymore. Wow, the new beginning. I mean, it could be that because I've seen the fish a couple times where it's kind of like the feminine now is like just working either on self or working on career or working on something for self. And it feels like moving past all of the other stuff. And it's got this King of Swords in a frenzy. They're not happy with it. Okay, so yeah, there's a crossroads here in the heart with the child and the communication. Okay, so long story short, this man, you are going to get some communication from a King of Swords. And you know, there's free will on how you're going to handle and talk to this person. Okay, how is that going to go? I was going to put the cards away, but that's what I heard next was, how is this conversation going to go? And the Eight of Swords came out. Just being stuck. Two of Cups, the Eight of, or the Seven. You're going to get confused. Oh. Because it comes with the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Cups. These two energies I don't like. That's caught in confusion. But then you have the Four of Wands with the Two of Cups. I don't want to make this pretty when it's not. What comes about after this conversation? The Lovers and Hanged Man. Should I stay or should I go now? This Emperor now wants to take a leap of faith. But it feels like now you want to. But that's probably how it happens with connections, is when there's always a runner, there's always a chaser. And since you stopped chasing, it flipped the dynamic, and now this emperor wants to know what happened. And you might just get stuck in the decision on whether or not to let this one come over. I keep getting like pondering. You're pondering. Ugh. Knight of Swords and Knight of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Because this does have a potential here. And then I just seen Three of Swords though, and I just dumped a bunch of my cards. This person makes you anxious. And if you have cards and you play with your cards, they probably make your cards just fall. Because like 6 of my cards just fell on the floor. Right out of my hand. So, I don't know what to say about that one. It's just kind of like they reach out, they talk to you, and you get kind of, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but it's almost like you don't. I'm hearing weird words. Maybe this one uses weird words, but I'm hearing like discomplacent and like weird words. Or complacent or discomplacement. I don't know. I have no idea what that is. Huh. I just looked over. I don't know if you guys can see it on your end, but on my end. See, I told you there's lots of weird energy and weird things going on. I've never seen that before. But my chat thing, it says chat disconnected. Please wait. What does it say? Please wait while we try to reconnect you. And then like a second later, it clicked back on and it says successfully connected. What is, I've never seen that. Oh, really, Jean? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just hearing like the weirdest things, the weirdest words today. So yeah, that's probably very relevant. Oh, okay. Okay, as long as you guys, I didn't lose you guys. That's good. Okay. It's just, it's never done that before, so that's really odd. All right. Moving on, let's move past that energy because that is a lot of, I don't even know. All right, moving on. What's next, please? What do we need to know next? What's coming in next for us? God, that went on for 20 minutes. Oh my gosh. That was a long one. Okay. What do we have coming in next? Ooh. I'm hearing that. I can feel it coming through the air tonight. Oh, Lord. Oh, you might feel some energy tonight. Okay, Mike the Miser. That has to do with patience and small clues. Somebody might have crow's feet, a wrinkly forehead, gray in their beard. There's something about patience. Messages. So can I get a couple more cards, please? Not a whole bunch, just a couple. Himself. The green woman. Huh. I've seen that twice. Truth, clarity, and transformation. This masculine here is heavily thinking about you. The ladybug. You're their little ladybug? I don't know. Anywho, you're just trying to contain yourself. Because here, The fairies that was, I was going to say the fairies that were kissed by the pixies. That is not this card. This is the fairies of the future. So I don't know why I was going to say that's the other one, but you're trying to be here. You're trying to be in the present moment and something, like you get a text or something like that. And then with the green woman, I always see this as like trying to contain something. Trying to contain the, what? I'm hearing that, so this is Christmas. And then the new year. What? Why is Christmas coming in? Wow, the avalanche. Looks like a bunch of snow. It's sudden. It's unexpected. Uncontrollable. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't look like she's trying to contain something. That's how I always see this card. She's trying to hold something and contain it. But something is uncontainable or uncontrollable. And what is going on with this man? The dolphins. Wow. I just heard all I want to do is do a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. What? I'm sorry. That song is so old. What the heck just came out of my mouth? All I want to do is do a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, that could be, it's the dolphins. Somebody wants to have fun. Right? I don't even know. This is craziness. They want their little ladybug. And it's probably because you're fun to this masculine. And they just want to steer. They just, I don't know. This person wants to have fun. That's what I can see and what I'm hearing. Wow, they want to have an unexpected rendezvous with you. Literally, it says that on this card. Unexpected rendezvous. They want to play with you. And they're going to make it known. This person's going to be bold. You got the absolute yes. And what? Why did I say that's? Well, I mean, that's the yes card. They want to start the party. Wait a minute. It is a Sunday. And you need to temper that. That's temperance. Maybe the Saggy moon made them feel this way. I don't know. It feels very spontaneous and they want to have it feels like a carefree, fun time. And they just want to, let me find the deck. What do they want? I mean, we know, but explain yourself. Explain, please. It's making my cheeks hot. The Hierophant. Impatience. You might have been patiently waiting. Or they've been patiently waiting? I don't know. Somebody's been patient. And strength. Wow. Maybe you've been dropping subtle things to this person and I don't know. Wow, that just flew right out. Okay, my cards are acting weird. The Star. This Emperor. You tame this one. I want to say that you can rub them. Oh. Sorry. It's not okay. So you guys are only getting clips of the things that do fly out of my mouth. Yeah. There's a whole lot that goes on that doesn't actually come out, but there's love here. There's love. And my goodness, I don't know what this is or what's going on. I have no idea. But it's definitely dolphin energy. It's playful, it's funny, it's squeaking. What? It's the moon. This is gonna probably happen overnight. This is happening like in the evening time. And it feels like somebody wants you to pet them. In whatever way that is. I don't know how or what, or I don't know. But somebody feels like they want to get petted. Which in the sense of, I don't know. Love you down. Wow, what is going on with the music today? Let me love you down. I don't know if that's what it is or rub you down. Something. And it's like they want to sleep before going forward or they want to heal before they take off. It's something like that. And there's love here. It's the Ace of Cups. Which I always see this Ace of Cups as the masculine energy because it's the seahorse that's carrying the egg. So I see that's like it's the masculine who's like, I don't know, maybe they're showing love or something. The Fool. And they're acting like a fool with the Ace of Pentacles too. Maybe this one isn't typically normally like a funny type of guy. And now they want to be playful. They want to be funny. It's like, now you want to be funny. Maybe you're just laughing and you're giggling at this one. I do not know what is going on in this dynamic. I just know from what I can get from it so far, this one's like, the feminine in this is really trying to like contain herself. Feels like not get too excited. And it's like, wee, something, I don't know. If you guys could hear what was going on in my head right now, you would be rolling because it is funny. 9 of Pentacles. I mean, at the same time, you guys are single. You've got, wow, and this relationship is very tempting, which however the relationship is, whatever the dynamic is, it is tempting. Somebody wants to bite the apple. And I don't know. It feels like silliness. Silly, silly, silly. Somebody's being very silly. And I don't know. It's a happy new year. Dun, 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 dun. And the, This, there is a lot of music playing when this happens. I am telling you, whenever this happens or goes down, there's a lot. Somebody might skip through music because I'm hearing a whole bunch of different songs or sounds or something. Because I'm also, I don't even know who that is, but I'm getting like, bring it back. This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. I don't know what that is, but it's something. And somebody has been patiently, somebody could be working or something like that, so they have to wait. Or somebody's doing something and you fit something, blah, blah. I'm stuttering. This energy is crazy. And feels like there's a lot going on. You might have to unpack a lot for all of this. Or somebody's been trying to unpack a lot of different stuff. And now somebody just wants to be wild, crazy, and free. And it's dolphin energy. But let's not forget what dolphin energy is. It is the playful ones. It's slippery friends. It's all of that. So it just feels like somebody just wants to have fun. That's all it is. And somebody It's going to show up for the occasion, or they want you to. There's definitely contemplation. Take a deep breath. And the oak tree. This does feel like that. It feels like a manufacturer, like shock realignment type of thing. There's like some release that needs to be, but somebody is trying to, that might be what you're doing while you're trying to contain all of this, because yes, it is very tempting. It is very fun. It's funny. But if you're trying to change and just be, you might have to take a deep breath and ground yourself because you're trying to go through some growth. Because I can make it be fun and this whole thing be funny. But it's kind of like, because the energy does feel playful. It really does. But somebody is just trying to center themselves. And it's like to ground themselves. The castle. The crutches. And a no. Wow. Somebody's trying to block this. The map. And the shield. Oh. That's my whole point, what I was just saying at the end of it. Because it's an okay, so I see what it is. So somebody's sitting here, whoever it is, yeah, so you got the lone wolf here, the biker. So it's kind of like the masculine wants to, okay, so it could be whoever. The masculine is the person that's taking the action. So it could be the woman or the man, doesn't matter. But it's kind of like someone here, they're a lone wolf. They're a non-conformist type of an energy. They break the rules. And it's like they want to come in and they want to have this playful and they want to like swirl your world up. And the feminine, whoever the energy is that's receiving this, is kind of like they're recognizing the factor that this is an unhealthy coping mechanism with the crutches here. They're realizing that. And so that's a no. And then you've got the unknown destination with the shield. They're trying to protect something. Oh, that was fun. But it's good. Oh, the mask. With the Wheel of Fortune and the feminine. You might have never said no to this one about having the fun. And it feels like they'll be back. What happens after the no happens? It feels like it's really hard for you to say no to this one. The Ace of Cups, because you love them and they love you. Justice. But it feels like needing to change. Wow, Ace of Wands. Wow. The Tower. It definitely creates something different. They'll be back. It feels like this one will be back. But it's kind of like it's all fun and this, that, the other, because there is love and passion. Excuse me. But then it's the Page of Cups with the Devil. You know, you've been learning what chains you to something. You don't want that. You've been learning about that. And you're trying to move different. Five of Swords. You're not trying to self-sabotage. Wow. And there's that defense. You're standing your ground on this. Wheel of Fortune. Because you know what hurts you. Wow. Five of Pentacles. And then the Four of Swords. Wow. Well, that took a hard left. But it's what was needed. I do want to say that because it does feel that way. There's lots of aces here. I mean, there's Ace of Cups. The only one haven't seen yet is the Ace of Swords. But Nine of Pentacles, you're going to stay to yourself. And you're moving very slowly. And you might even take this new moon here. Or not. Why did I say new moon? I don't know why. This full moon. You might be doing some moon magic this evening. It feels like, no, I'm going to stay in with the moon. It does, though. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you might be trying to manifest with the moon of, yeah, and then I see the 10 of Cups. Like, no, this is what I want, and I'm going to wait until I get that. It feels like before you would have played with this one. You would have. And now it's kind of like, I don't want to play. Emperor. It might make this Emperor a little upset, but it feels like they need to just understand. Yeah, this is an in and out Emperor of yours. Ace of Swords. There's the Ace of Swords. This is a masculine that comes in and out. Yeah. Okay. So that'll be happening. And it just feels like, I think you feel good about it after the fact, but it's hard for you in the beginning to just be like, no, like I have to set these things up because you're busy trying to manifest what it is that you want. And if you're trying to manifest something that you want, you can't entertain what it is that you don't want, because then that's giving like different messages. Okay. So the dolphin wants to play. Okay. And I'll probably just do one last one here because we're kind of, wow. That was 20 minutes for that one. Jeez. Moving really fast. All right. Maybe this time will swoop on by fast. I don't know. All right. All right. Right before we come back, please, Spirit. What do we need to know before we come back? Unity. Death. Penelope Dreamweaver. Your vision might change. Once thought you wanted, you may not want that anymore. What is this? You've got there's been a change in your plan. Then you've got the Solace. Somebody might have bright blue eyes. And you've got the Breaking Old Habits. It's a trickster. Wow, Ace of Cups. Somebody's trying to be very, very, there's something about being grounded here. Okay. You got that loyalty right there. This breaking of old habits might make you feel a certain type of way. You get like a physical reaction because it's ecstatious. What is this here? Something definitely changes though. It's complicated. The dolphins. Again. The Star. Hierophant. The Devil. That's a soul contract. Honey. Right? The Hierophant with the Devil. And going places. Something's going really fast. Urgent. Feels like somebody's moving to something very urgently here. And major opportunity. This could have to do with work. Wild card. And somebody's changing their plan. An event could take place, third person. The Ring. This could be a proposal, like work. And wow, then you get the Phoenix with the key and the Ball and chain. This decision might weigh you down. You're going to ask lots of questions. Bright ideas. And then the feather. And then justice with the seed. It feels like the next week or so, something, yeah, you're going to strike while the iron's hot here. This feels like a proposal. And somebody's trying to be grounded or do something, but they're also trying to be loyal. So if this is a work situation, it feels like you're going to get a promotion or somebody's going to bring like a promotion to you for work. If not, then this is just a relationship and somebody wants to take something to the next level. It's an agreement. It is a statement of intent. The Star. 10 of Wands. Somebody wants to take the burden for you. 5 of Pentacles. The Devil. What? This King of Wands or Knight of Wands. It's like a Knight of Wands shows up from your past and they want to carry some of the load for you. 6 of Swords. Moving forward. Knight of Cups. 5 of Cups. They feel bad. 8 of Wands. And so they want to take over for you. That's the Ace of Swords right here. And 6 of Pentacles. So somebody from your past, you've known them for a long... Wow, yeah, you have. You got the 10 of Cups with... That's 3 10s. All the 10s are out. Whoever this Knight of Wands person is, they see like you're struggling. Whether it's with money or whatever it is. But you've got 10, 10, 10. That was all together. Which is 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. It feels like you've just been overwhelmed and somebody notices and they're like, no, like I want to, it feels like somebody's saying like, I want to help. I want to take something to the next level. They see that you're stuck. What is the 10s? The 2 of Cups. This is somebody who you're like in a partner with. It feels like you're not alone anymore. I've got you. I want to help. So if you're struggling with something, before we come back, somebody steps in and they want to help you. And Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. This could be a friend. Like your best friend or something like that. It's like, I'll come and carry this for you. The World. You have, okay, so 9 of Swords, Ace of Cups. So you may really be stressing out or in your head about something and see like right here in this deck. This person's up here freaking out, stressing out. They don't realize that there's somebody coming and climbing up the wall to come to help you. That's what it feels like. It feels like somebody's trying to take action. Now you got the King of Wands. This person knows when you, even if you don't say anything to them, they know. They know when you're struggling. They know when you're having a rough time. And it feels like calling in reinforcement. Ace of Wands. Page of Pentacles. They show up with something to help you. Huh. Something might go on while you're sleeping. Empress. Wheel of Fortune. 8 of Pentacles. Death. It feels like while you're like sleeping or you're doing something, you think that you're doing something on your own, but there's a lot of working hands that are doing something and you don't know about it. Whether it is while you're sleeping or what it is. And it feels like people just start showing up. The cross. Because they're down for, they believe in what it is that you believe in. The repair. That's my whole point. It feels like you have sacrificed to do something, and now in comes the repairman. Somebody's coming in to repair whatever has happened. There's a conviction here. The decision's been made. They're going to do it. And something is going to be the universe. It feels like the universe is coming in the Calvary. They're bringing in your people. The white rabbit. The fairy tale. Wow. Really? I just seen the fairy tale and the white rabbit. I don't know what that is. And tandem bike. Harmony. They're aligning you with your people. Is what it feels like. So if you've been struggling or any of that, your people are coming in. And it feels like you don't even realize it or know it at this time. So, okay. This was a long one. Jeez. God, it feels good. It feels like it all works out. But it feels like the important message to this part is it's because of your loyalty. Whether it's your loyalty in whatever thing you're trying to have happen. If you've been working on yourself and you've been doing all this, this feels like they're coming in because it's like a reward to you. And it's been noticed. I want to say that. Like whatever it is that you've been doing, it's been noticed. And now in come your people. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys so much for coming in. And feels like brace yourself for this moon energy, guys. All right, well, until next time, guys. Bye, guys.